And then obviously we all, I'm wondering when did the Ball brothers,
When did the Ball brothers show up? My very next question.
Yeah. So the Ball brothers, actually, the Ball family, it was really cool. It was either my first or second year being an assistant at Chino Hills. I was given the opportunity to run my own basketball camps. And so as soon as I put one on, I see this family of 3 boys, in line to sign up for the camp. And I meet LeVar and Tina. And, they introduced me to the boys. And immediately, the boys obviously were the best players in the camp. They just they were just the best, And there was a point in that first day where Lonzo got a rebound, and he was in 6th grade at the time. LiAngelo was 5th, and then LaMelo was in 2nd grade. And so I see Lonzo get a rebound, and he literally throws a full court pass, one bounce right into the hands of his teammate, layup. And in that moment, I just thought to myself, okay, LeVar's 6'6", Tina's 6'1". If this kid ends up being at least 6'6", which most likely he is going to be, immediately I told myself this kid's going to be in the NBA. In that moment as a 6th grader. And so, prior to then, I never, was involved with, helping produce an NBA talent. But
Some
in that
D1,
moment,
but not NBA.
Yeah. In that moment, I was thinking to myself, if there's ever going to be an opportunity to coach an NBA kid, I think this is the one.
Wow. I mean, so you caught it from age 11.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, they actually – so you met them there.
Yep.
Was there like a kind of like, hey, come to Chino, or were they already going to Chino?
They were already going to Chino. They
lined up perfectly.
They literally lived up the street, and LeVar – I believed him. I knew that the family was different because, back then, especially, if you were good, you were going to either go to Etiwanda or Mater Dei. And he said something that was interesting. He said, you know what? All these players go to make a name for themselves by going to Mater Deis and, all these big-name schools. He said, we're going to make the school a big name. The players should be the ones that make the school a big name. And so when he said that, I didn't think of it as an arrogant thing. I just saw the truth to that. Players are the ones that are going to make the program successful, or not. And so when he said that, I knew that they were in it for the long run or the long haul, and knew that there weren't going to be any, transferring or, different things like that. So I just thought that, okay, here's my point guard of the future in 2-3 years, and so I literally couldn't wait for that day.
So he steps on campus. Do you mind talking about kind of like the change he brings in? I mean, I know you guys already had a good program going, but do you mind talking about, because obviously he helps take you guys to the next level. Yeah. I don't know whether it's his energy, his aura, or just his playing abilities. Yeah. What changes?
That's a great question. I mean, I think we are going to do, a documentary movie about this whole, run, because there are these like stories within the story that make it so special, right? So in the spring, we're in this local league, and some of our best players aren't playing, and we're looking for, this is Lonzo's 8th grade year, and soon to be a freshman, high school freshman. And so in that spring league, we're losing every single game. Our starting point guard decides to go play football for the first time in his career. And, we have other kids that are injured, what have you. And so we're literally losing every single game. And the day of Lonzo's 8th grade graduation, after he graduates, he literally comes to practice the next day, an hour and a half before practice starts. And he's in the gym shooting an hour and a half before. And, people are asking me, hey, what are you going to do with this guy? There's a lot of hype already. And I'm asking, people, my college, peers, coaching mentors, what should I do with them? Everybody says he's got to earn his minutes. He's got to earn his spot. Mm-hmm. And And so I said, all right, I'll take, what you say. And so the first summer league game, I have to start him because first off, he's the only one that's been at practice on time or before practice. And he's proved that he's earned it. And the first game he's back, we win by 20. Like, it's different. Immediately there's a big shift. And you could see it in practice as well, where there's these seniors that obviously don't want to give up their spot. And this kid, Lonzo, is literally outplaying everyone, making us better from the second he steps on, campus. And in my opinion, he earned it. And so he was a starter literally from day one.